Hi, today I'm going to do just a wee short tutorial on making a hairband stroke. So I've torn open an old hairband that we found and did up a rough bit of a pattern. So we're going to need our fabric. Buttons are optional and I'll explain that at the end. A safety pin and a 5-inch piece of elastic. These can be made from the smallest piece of fabric. I have cut these from fat quarters. And I'm going to use 2 different patterns as we can make them reversible. Pieces are for your elastic casing and this is your main band, so we're going to start with this. Put your 2 right sides together, and so about 1/2 centimetre of roughly the edge of your foot. And we back tack at both ends. I'm a big fan of top stitching because it gives a good sharp finish. So fold your seam either way, doesn't matter, left or right, like so. Piece of fabric and just a tiny wee edge right along, just a small seam right along the edge of your fold. Now we're going to leave that aside for 1 minute and go to the elastic casing. Right sides together, and again just a wee 1/2 centimetre seam, and again I'm going to give this a wee top stitch. And then we're going to sew down the second side, same again, right sides together, a wee 5mm seam. And we're going to take our safety pin, open up your 2 pieces, turn your pin inwards on itself and push it right through till the other end. And just ease these over the end of the pin. And you've got it turned right side out. At this point we're going to insert our elastic. Again with your pin, feed your elastic through the casing. Just go a little bit until your fabric reaches the edge of your elastic. Don't pull it right through. And you're going to take that and do a little line of back tack on it just to hold it and it doesn't slip right through. Feed the rest of your elastic on until you get to the end. And again, keep a good grip. Once you take your pin out, you don't want to lose your elastic into your casing. So just about on the edge. Go back and forth just to hold it. Take your 2 ends, give them a good tug, and your fabric comes out nice and balanced. So we're going to go back to our main piece. You can put your elastic down whichever way. You can have spots on here and flowers on here. It is reversible. So what we're going to do is place the side that I did the narrow row of stitching on, we're going to place that to the top stitch on the hairband. Just back a little bit and fold over, and we're going to back tack and stitch that down. Give it another wee back tack at the edge so that it doesn't pull out. Now go off 1 stitch off your elastic casing and turn your band around we're going to start to sew up your second seam. There's a little notch, remember, on your pattern. So you're going to sew, match your 2 notches. You're going to want to sew till you get to your notch, and a good couple of back tacks so that it doesn't split open. Now we're going to go inside here and get a hold of your elastic casing and just pull that through and take it to the opposite end. Again, line up just from the very edge, fold it over, and we're going to want to flip this time. And again, good back tack at the start, wee back tack in the middle, maybe at the end, and just come 1 or 2 stitches off your elastic casing on to your band of fabric. Flip it around again and line up your fabric edges for your second seam. Same as the first one. You're going to want to keep sewing along this wee seam until we get to the second set of notches on the opposite side. And again, line your notches up and a back tack here. Now, this is what you've got. And this is your opening where you're going to pull everything through. Take your elastic casing, tug, and you should have a good sharp edge there. To finish off, again, I'm going to do another wee top stitch just to make the seam nice and sharp. This is your opening, so turn in just a wee ½ centimetre each side and hold it nice and tight, and run your stitch right through that. And a back tack on the end. This is generally, we use woven fabrics which have no stretch in them. Now, in this instance, I am going to attach buttons. These are useful things for nurses to wear in the current climate. The elastic doesn't irritate their ears. So what I'm going to do is mark roughly 2 3/4 inches, maybe 3 inches. Just mark it with a pencil or a pen or whatever. You're going to cover it with a button anyway. So about 3 inches and just about the center of the width of your hairband. I'm using an invisible marker so this will fade. Have our 2 buttons here. What I like to do when sewing any kind of buttons on is make sure, hopefully your button isn't going to pop off. So I would double your thread and double again. So in theory you have 8 strands of thread, which should be strong enough to hold your buttons on. So a good knot in the end. And get to your remark here. Leave your button a little bit slack so that the elastic from the protective face mask can easily loop around the button and not pop off. We get through here a good 5 or 6 times. Catch your thread and your fabric on the back. Form a loop. Put your thread in and out of the loop a few times, and that'll make it a good sturdy knot. Get the knot off. Same on the other side. Now obviously with this being used as a headband for medical workers to hook their things right, they're not really reversible. Obviously you've got knots of thread on the inside. There you go.